Arkansas Style on KARK.
Welcome back to Arkansas Style. As we continue our Silver Seniors Week, we're focusing on something many families know they need to address, but often put it off until it's too late. At Jennings Law, they help families prepare for the future through estate and elder law planning, so important decisions don't have to be made in the middle of a crisis. Joining us now is Jennings, attorney and founder of Jennings Law Firm, with why planning ahead can help protect both your family and your finances. All right, well, great to see you.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
All right, before we get into the heart of the matter, you listed some pain points, and one of them, really made my heart sink. People are making decisions when a loved one is in the hospital, for example. You are making major life decisions when you're already facing a crisis. So first of all, let's start with what is the biggest mistake people make in planning for their loved ones?
Yeah, and you said it right there. It's really just not planning ahead. People call us all the time from a reactionary standpoint. They're already in the hospital, they're already in the nursing home, and everyone's not thinking clearly at that point, but also it limits the tools that we have to use when we don't have a lot of runway to work with. So the main thing is just plan ahead. If you plan ahead before the event happens, I've got a ton of tools that can help families.
All right, well then this next question kind of answers itself. Should we be planning while we're healthy?
Yes, 100%. You got to be healthy and have mental capacity to do a lot of these documents and legal things that we do. So definitely plan ahead before a health event happens or before you get older and aging. I really tell people you need to start at age 18 with some of these documents, because when your kids turn 18, you're no longer their legal guardian anymore. So you need to start planning for yourself as early as that age.
Yeah, I mean, folks at home, of course, none of us get out of this alive. So planning ahead, when you have total control of what your decisions would want to be, is the best time to start doing this. All right, let's touch on Medicaid. Very, very complicated subject. What do we need to know?
Yeah, that's why people hire lawyers to interpret Medicaid rules, because it is complicated. But basically, it's the government program that steps in and pays for long-term care when you're unable, if you qualify. But getting qualified is a tough thing. There's a lot of financial rules around it. The application itself is tough. So that's where people call us to walk them through how do we get qualified, and then how do we actually file the application. You wouldn't think filing an application is very hard, but it is.
But yeah, believe me, I know what you're saying for sure. What's the difference between being single and married when filing?
Yeah, it's another thing about the tools in the toolbox. If you are married, we have a lot more tools we can use because the financial qualifications for Medicaid are a lot higher. But then when you get single, those tools go away because the financial qualifications get a lot lower. But again, it's one of those things, if you just plan ahead with us, we can prepare for each of those stages in life.
Again, preparation. And okay, so a lot of people, of course, work their whole lives. They have invested their money into their, let's say, their home, for example. When they have to go into a nursing home, they're worried that the nursing home is going to take their house.
Yeah.
How do we avoid that?
Every meeting I sit through, the last question's always, I don't want the nursing home to take my house. And really, the nursing home doesn't want your house, but what they mean by that is if you get on Medicaid and they're paying for your long-term care, your house can become subject to Medicaid liens after you're gone. So the government would put a lien on your house. But the good news is there's a lot of simple tools that we can do ahead of time that completely protects the house. And it's not some fancy, expensive tool. It's something that I do for almost every client I work with, and it protects the family home. So there's really no need not to plan ahead as far as your family home is concerned.
All right, Ledley, honestly, these are tough conversations. This is serious subject matter. And again, if you're doing it a little later in life and you're already facing some of these issues, you could be scared. I can tell, your professionalism, your decades of experience. When people come to visit you, let's invite them to that safe space and what they should bring.
Yeah, and when you set a meeting with me, I send you a quick, easy intake form just to learn about your family. How many kids you got, what kind of your house looks like, just different assets. And then we sit down and just talk. And you tell me what your end goals are, and I tell you how we can make them happen. So it's pretty easy process. I'd like to think all my clients really trust me, and we kind of get to know them on a personal level, because estate planning is not a one and done thing. We're going to have a lifelong relationship. I tell my clients, I'm fairly young, so I say I'm going to be there when this actually plays out and I'm sitting down with your kids.
Okay. Can kids plan on behalf of their parents?
Yeah, and it's the parents, have to sign the documents and have the willingness to do it, but I see a lot of this process started by the kids. We'll sit down with the whole family and they say, hey, we met with mom and dad over Thanksgiving and they realize they need to do some planning. So then they'll set a meeting with me and we talk with the whole family. It's important to have everybody there because you want to know, hey, does this person actually want to make my medical decisions? Does this person want to make my financial decisions? And you can pick the child that is qualified, but also that wants to do the role.
Yeah, and then you get to be in control. All right, well, great to meet you. Thanks so much for coming in.
Yeah, thank you.
Again, the best time to create a plan is before you need one. For more information or to schedule a consultation, visit ljenningslaw.com. For more than 150 years, this family has been crafting exceptional wines. Now they're uncorking exciting new ways to experience their rich heritage. We'll introduce you to the man leading the future of it all next. Stick around, you're watching Arkansas Style.